All right. Should be live now. Hey, what's up, guys? This is T-Bone here. Welcome back to another stream. This time it's Christmas week. It is Tuesday. We're going to be doing a preview of the upcoming deck. I wasn't able to do a live stream last week, and so I'm glad to be able to come back and take a look at the cards this time. We'll take a look at some of the updates, because one of the things that they mentioned is that there's going to be a change or some fun things planned. We had received these snowballs a while ago, and it looks like they should be giving us some information there. So what I want to do is we're going to take a look at the news feed to see what's going on there, if there's any updates and anything that we can pay attention to in terms of changes. And then we'll also take a look at the cards, and we'll see if there's anything worth discussing. I won't really have the cards to showcase because I don't really have good Immortal Slayer cards, but let's take a look. So hello to everybody who's joining me on a stream here, and Christmas is coming up, so Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody who's joining me here. All right, so let's take a look at the news feed first. We'll start by taking a look here. Where's this play Snowball? So 24-hour star special. So this is something they've done before. If you get the ultimate form before the event starts, you're going to get a free upgrade. So if you get 1-star ultimate form, you're going to automatically get the souls to help you upgrade to 2 stars. And if you've received previously the Black Friday 2-star pass, you're going to get an additional bonus that will bring your ultimate to 3 stars. So if you had purchased it before, you should expect to get that. All right. And so let's see. We have a special holiday event. It gives you a chance to work together to unlock amazing rewards for everyone, including a Generation 3 Ultimate Hero. So I guess there's going to be community tasks that we're going to have to compete. It might be kind of like the turkey event where we had to do some baking and whatnot. I'm sure there's going to be something similar, although this time it doesn't look like we're in teams, so who knows. And already I'm seeing people who are getting Ultimate Forms and Master Collection cards and whatnot, or Master Collection cards on various tiers. So thanks for sharing, and happy to see you start getting some good pulls here. And once again, hello to everybody who is joining me for the stream today. It is going to be a Christmas week here, so I'm hoping that we're all in a good mood here. We're all having a good time and staying safe and enjoying ourselves. So let's take a look at the Snowball Bosses. So this is going to be something new. They're going to be having this new special Snowball Boss, and they're going to give you Snowball gifts, and then you can use them to throw at guildmates as a gift, and they're going to be rewards. So defeat the bosses and give lots and lots of rewards. So I guess this is how you can work with your guild to receive things. So there's going to be a snowball frenzy, so you can have frenzies. So this is very much like the turkey event, where you're going to spawn these bosses, and then you can try to take as many as possible, and you're going to get multipliers, and there's going to be care packages given throughout the event, and so you're going to be able to do more of those. There's going to be a new daily quest also. They're going to be giving you rewards. So if enough of your guildmates complete their solo quest, you will collectively complete the guild quest and be rewarded. So this is a guild quest. So you have to you do this as a guild. So that's something a little bit different. Then there's going to be global tasks. Oh man, there's a lot of things. So there's like links here. So there's a number of tasks that you as a community must complete in order to make progress toward the free ultimate heroes. So you're going to have to complete your daily global quest, and you have to share this post. So you got to click that link, and you change your Facebook profile picture to Santa Dojin and comment on the post. So this is where you're going to have to use your Facebook post, Facebook profile, in order to get a free Ultimate Hero. So I guess it depends on which one it is. Some people may not be comfortable with it, but if you are, this is at least something you can try. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the cards here. I have less gems this time, so I'm not going to be able to pull the full deck, or at least the 4 tiers in the quest for the full deck. So let's see what we get for first 3 anyways. So during this time, just want to see everybody who is commenting here. Let's see, we got Susan from Maine, welcome, and we've got Cutthroat. Let's see, we've got people from New Zealand and Portugal. Welcome everybody. Okay, so I got one of the cards that was a collector's card, which is Luan. So I see. I actually pulled 2 of her. All right, so this was actually a pretty strong card back in Generation 2. So I can't really complain there. And this is also one of the cards that you need for a collection. So it is a good card. They actually sold this card at one point in time, believe it or not. So got 2 of those. I suppose that's not a bad thing. So let's see. Noble Santa is going to be the Generation 3 hero. Who knows? All right, so I think there is, there's going to be ways for you to be able to receive some free heroes and whatnot. So let's look forward to that. And this is the support card, Rudolph Rednose, the reindeer. I feel like I can't not say that. And hey, look at that! Tier 2 got my Ultra card, Rudolph Slate Lead. That's pretty good. So I've been getting lucky here, although I can only go 3 tiers, but I'm very happy that I managed to pull a ultra rare card. So that is going to be Rudolph. So I got 2 Rudolph cards, Rudolph Rednose and Rudolph Slate Lead. And let's take a look at tier 3 and see what we get there. Matt says, good morning from Singapore. Thank you for joining me here. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so now we're on tier 3. Let's take a look and see what we get here. And so this is a second ultra rare card. That's awesome. So close to getting the full team, but can't complain about 2 ultra rare cards for 3 tiers of pulling here. So I guess that is going to help at least toward the event if I choose to participate a lot. I definitely probably will help out the guild if there's going to be a guild quest, so I can use that. And this is going to be the Staff of Yule, so this is the guaranteed main event relic. And so 3 tiers here, got 2 ultra rare cards and an event relic. So all in all, a really good pull from me. All things considered, this is as good as it gets, I suppose. Right. So, yeah. Now we can take a look at the cards and see what benefits I get from these cards. So let's start by taking a look at our ultimate form and see what it does. Okay, so if I had the Santa card, then I could have, I guess, was it Santa? Yeah, if I get the Santa, then I could have gone the Silent Knights. Okay, so the I'm just kind of laughing because of the pun here. So anyway, Silent Knights is the Immortal Killer card, and this card, what it does is, as a battle skill, it's called a Ho-Ho Homing Attack. Okay, it creates 8 Light Power Gem 6s, and it will increase your Light Slayer attack by 20%, and it has a 1-turn cooldown. So this is a deck that you can use every single turn. Well, at least this card you can use every single turn, and the passive ability, whenever another Light Slayer activates a battle skill, so it doesn't have to be this one, as long as it's a Light Slayer card, it will create another Light Power Gem 6 also. So it is a deck that focuses on trying to create a lot more Power Gems. 8 Light Power Gem 6s is actually not too bad for a card. And this card will heal for 1000% hero recovery for every Light Slayer that attacks alongside him. So basically, if you field a full team of Light Slayers, then you're going to heal for 5000%. So this deck will also heal a lot better than the previous cards that we've seen. Grounds for the Forest, thanks. This is I haven't worn this. I figured this is like the 1 week in the whole year that I'll get to wear this. So I figure, why not? Let's go for this. All right. So counter skill. So there's going to be Trader. So the thing to expect there is going to be Trader, and Trader is it basically damages you whenever you attack based on who gets hit by it. So you might have one card that gets hit by Trader, and when you attack, you only get damaged 1 time when that hero attacks. But you can also have all of your team being impacted by a Trader, and then you get a lot more damage that way. All right, so this is Father Christmas. This is the card I did not get. Battle skill also creates 8 Power Gem 6s. Has a 2-turn cooldown though, so instead of 1, so it's 2 turn instead of 1 there. It's a little slower, but still when it's 1 or 2 turns, it's generally pretty good in terms of the pace. The passive ability is the one that will create Light Power Gem 6 whenever another Light Slayer attacks, and so this is the one that's going to give you more Power Gems as you attack. And then we can take a look at the ultra rare card, which I managed to pull, which is Rudolph Slay Lead. And this card as the battle skill also creates 8 power gem 6s, and it has a 1 turn cooldown. So the ultra rare card you can activate every single turn. So it increases Light Slayer attack and it creates power gems. And whenever you attack, you also heal. So this is the card that will heal and create 8 power gem 6s along the way. And so with 2 of them that I'm using, I'll be able to create 16 power gem 6s, so which is really not too bad. And let's see, this one will counter Toxin. So we got Toxin and wait a second. we have to deal with Toxin. So this card will heal as long as you're not hit by Toxin. So this card will dispel Toxin for you. And so if you can dispel it, then you won't have any issues. Now, something you mentioned that there is more at the bottom of the Ultimate Form cards. So let's go and take a look. So let's see. So what I cover? I covered the battle skill and the passive ability that will activate whenever you activate battle skill. You also create more. And when this attacks, it heals for 1000% along the way. Let's see, did I miss anything? Ultimate Immortal Killer, Empower Light, passive ability increases Immortal by 5 per turn. Ultimate Light Slayer Harmony. So this particular hero will gain 25% attack and recovery for every other Light Slayer ultimate hero on the team, and it will increase all your Light Slayers by 25%. So the more ultimate forms you put on your team, the more powerful it's going to get. Okay, so if you put in any ultimate cards, you will notice that your cards will have higher damage. So let's see. So if you don't care about healing, are you asking the question between ultra rare card and the Master Collection card, which one you would go for? Excuse me. I think that this is one of those cases where the 2 cards are relatively similar. Like, I'm not seeing anything too different, except for the fact that one has a 1 turn cooldown and the other has a 2 turn cooldown. If you don't care about healing, ultimately, because of the extra power gems that you get from the Master Collection card, I feel like it kind of has an edge on that front. But because you can activate it every single turn, I kind of lean toward the ultimate form myself, right? So whenever another Light Slayer activates a battle skill, you can create 1 light power gem, right? And who is this as another? I'm not sure if it includes this one. So let's say it doesn't. Fielding a team full of Light Slayer cards, that's 4 additional power gem 6 that you get. So, contrast that to being able to activate it every single turn. Like, it all depends on the rest of your cards. It depends on the rest of your cards and how much damage you can do. Now let's take a look at the other cards here. So we've got we have Mrs. Claus here, which is the event hero. So Mary Maven, this is the event card, and it also creates 6 power gem 4s. So 2 turn cooldown, just like the Master Collection card. And at the beginning of every turn, it will create 2 light power gem 4. So the event cards have started becoming more relevant to me. Like, I feel like it's getting better. Okay, so if you don't generally get the full team, but you do get the event card, this is something that could be useful. And poison is going to be the 3rd and final debuff that we're going to have to deal with. Now, poison can kill you. So if you get hit by poison, you don't dispel it, and your health gets low enough, it will actually kill you. So this is going to be a difficult one to counter. So you have to find some way to either dispel it, cleanse it, or yeah, that's really the only things you can do. So you have to find a way to get rid of it, and at least the event card will have that counter. Let's take a look and see if the support card does. Okay, so Rudolph Rednose, the reindeer, creates 10 light gems and has a 2 turn cooldown, and also heals for 5000% of its own hero recovery at the beginning of every turn. And this one will dispel Traitor. So the event card is the only one I see that dispels poison, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look at the Master Collection card. I'm not sure if I checked Father Christmas. Okay, so Father Christmas also counters poison. So we got Father Christmas and we've got Mrs. Claus, both dispelling poison. This is one of the more dangerous ones that you have to dispel. So watch out for that. Okay, so let's say so James, I think, like I mentioned, both are about the same, but my general recommendation is, if you have the coins, don't craft just one if you can't guarantee yourself an ultimate form just yet. I would say when the event starts, take a look and see if maybe you could pull from the side pack for 500 gems. See if you get lucky and get one of the two. And then if you do, then you can go ahead and use the coins to craft another one. Okay, and it looks like I have a visitor here. My daughter is excitedly trying to tell me. So probably gonna have to wrap this up soon, but we will go ahead and take a look at if we, add a team, if we can use one. So let's go ahead and check it out. So let's go ahead and use, you know what? Let's go ahead and we'll just go with this. Because what I wanted to do is just kind of try out the mechanics, although I only have 2 of the heroes, so I can't really show you everything. But let's go ahead and build it out, and we can also take a look at some of the other options, okay, in terms of the light cards. So this is a Immortal event, so if you take a look at the Immortal Light Slayer cards, we also need to make sure that we select Slayer. So these are the ultra rare cards, so super lucky you got those 2. Couldn't believe that, actually, so let's go ahead and swap it out. Swap for these 2. The one of the cards that is also really good for cleanse is going to be Morte Thronos. It's an older card, but a lot of people really like it. Now, Rampaging AUI, this is the card from the May deck. I forget the name now, but the ultimate form, that one gives you also revive. So that was a really old one, and then the other one is going to be can't even remember, but this is from last year. Okay, so this is the other Light Slayer Immortal Killer deck. So you can see I'm very lacking on the Immortal Killer front. All right, but it's okay. And now let's take a look at just regular Slayer events. And so if you have the ultimate form, then really any other Slayer that you bring here, if you have like an ultimate form, is going to help you, because every single time you activate battle skill, you're going to get more power gems. Okay, so there isn't anything that is going to be preventing you from being able to activate more power gems. And so that definitely is something that you can use there. I will most likely use, I'll probably throw this card in there, because like, when I first got it, it had this, really, it had this superb ability to create power gems based on attack boost. And so the thing is, I get attack boost from Rudolph, okay? And so I can benefit from Supreme Elohim for sure. I can create more power gems. Like every time there's attack boost, I create more power gems. So I definitely will want to use that. And some other options here, like I don't currently have any Poison Dispel. And so let's see, if I needed to look for a Light Slayer that counters poison, let's first take a look and see what will dispel it. So there's 11 of those. You got Aileen, and you've also got these are the cards, right? Venusia, which is the support card that was from the Dragon deck, and you got Aileen, of course. Owen and Drago is another option, and you can use Wardens, which is a guarantee. Now, I wanted to take a look and see, what was that? It is a Slayer card. I'll take a look in Generation 2, see if I've kept Morte Thronos. So Morte Thronos is a card that I mentioned, and if you have it, you could also use it to dispel. Okay, so I have the Legacy Morte Thronos. I guess I must have gotten rid of the old one. Like I had it at 6 stars. So this is Morte Thronos, and if you take a look at the battle skill, what it does is destroys 9 light gems. And I think the as you level up, the skill will actually get better. But this one has a cleanse all debuffs and heal for every gem you destroy. So this one will actually cleanse all of your poison and everything. And so this is the card that you could use if you have nothing else. But I would say instead of getting this, you could at least try using Aileen if you have her, because it comes with the Dispel. But this card is a pretty good one, and it gives you a power gem passively. It's just that it's a Generation 2 card, so it will not be the card that will give you damage. But that is the card that can help you deal with poison, if that is one that you have issues with dispelling. That's something that you could definitely use. So let's take a look and see what else I can put in there. So that is definitely a good card. Enlightened Yokai is another one that can give you a lot of power gems. So you're not gonna have an issue with power gem creation with this deck. Okay, so this is not the deck that's going to give you an issue with the power gem creations. And so really, I think any cards that you have in here, you could just go ahead and throw in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the relics. So I'm gonna only have one relic this time, but I do have some light. I think I have some Light Immortal Killer relics. Do I not? I do not. So the challenge here is going to be this for me, anyways. If you take a look, and this is the sort of the challenge most of you might face, and that is you don't have enough relics to take care of this the shields. And so my recommendation is to pick anything that you have from the Immortal Killer deck, relics, and use that to try and dispel it, and then add other relics in there for the gems. For the gem creation, the power gem creation. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the best one I can come up with. And so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, and a 4. I need 2 more. And I suppose what I can do is I'll do this. So this is me sacrificing a few of my initial gem creation for the purposes of dispelling the shields, but I can go ahead and do something like this. And what that will do is give me gems at the beginning. So let's go ahead and try this deck against Alaster and see what it's going to be like. All right. So let's see. Should be group 2 and you'd be earlier, or is it in group 3? Let's try and find out. I need to pay attention to where I set up my cards. Okay, so it's in group 1 then? Come on. Where did I set it up? Sorry guys for not finding the cards. Okay, here it is. No, that is not it. This was the deck I set up to hit the Alaster. Am I going to have to set this up again? I swear it was in this setup here. And okay, here it is. It was in group 2 in the first slot. So let's go ahead and try it out. So, you know, with the ultra rare card being a 1-turn cooldown deck, it's basically guaranteed 8 at least power gems. And in my case, I have 2, so I can activate 2 every turn. 16 every turn, so that is definitely a very good setup for me, despite the fact I don't have any killer skill this time at all, right? So I can go ahead and activate this, and so you can see it really has quite a bit. And my Supreme Elohim and also Ragel is also helping with the generation of power gems, and so I can at least get myself power gem 8s across the board. All right, so that is something that I can at least I can do. And if you take a look here, every single turn I'm able to use it. So this is why I was saying that I kind of lean towards, personally, I kind of lean toward the ultra rare card for the attack boost, and also the fact that it's a 1-turn cooldown, and I could use Supreme Elohim to help me out here. I don't expect this deck, based on the fact that I don't have any killer skills, to do a huge amount of damage, but my ultra rare cards, given that it does have a, you know, I think it attacks for 800%, so it's almost as if I have a killer skill, so I should still do okay, right? With the attack boost and everything said and done, it should be all right. But one thing that, you know, like what I wanted to say again is, if you're picking between ultra rare card or master collection card, you're just going to craft one, I would not recommend you doing it right away. I wouldn't recommend doing it before the event starts, right? So let's see. I am playing a little slow here, so I might actually need to 63 seconds. I wonder if I can do this. So let's go ahead and do that. And so a trick here is, if you're running out of time, what I do usually is you can queue up the battle skills. This guarantees that the clock will remain stopped before you need to activate, and then that way you can give yourself more opportunities to get the power gems, you know, on the board, so you can try and do a swap. And let's see, I should be able to deal enough damage to take it out. So yeah, I was able to deal 1.4 trillion single card with this, and I think I actually also had. Did I actually have a killer skill? I didn't even notice there, but I was able to deal 1.4 trillion a single card, and so I think if that is with the killer skill combined, then I would be able to do more damage with that. And so all in all, I think this this setup seems like a good one. for me anyways. And so that's something that you could definitely go for. Speed wise, right, because the ultimate form and the ultra rare cards are all like one one turn cooldown. I actually think that it's going to be pretty fast paced, pretty fun, and if you can't take it down on the first turn, you could also go on the next turn. You don't have to wait, so you can keep going. So that's something that is like, if I'm not sure that this deck has that ability for you to do one shot kill, but you could potentially do something like this, right? You could potentially use Dark Immortal, so you can do something like using high performance unit area. This is still a viable option, right? You can still use the high performance unit area to give you the Immortal Killer bonus, right? Because this will give you 2500% attack boost, and then you can apply that to all of your Light Slayer heroes, and then you can deal damage there. So that's one option. It is going to be slower, so I would recommend playing around. If you don't have the performance unit area card, see if you also have this other card, and that is a Perceptive Gurus, or I think it is going to be this one, the Burning Bruiser. When you get attacked, you always will have a 1200% attack boost for all of your immortal cards. So these are other two cards that you'll probably see people running also alongside this particular deck, so that you could get higher damage output. So that is another alternative idea. Although personally, I find myself going away from the dual affinity setup more often than not now. Like, I find it to just be, it's if I'm not going for like the biggest damage output, I just kind of go with the single affinity, just because it's a little bit easier for me. And you might find the same way as well. And generally, not a lot of people have these booster cards, and so speed is going to probably be another way to deal with this. All right, so let's take a look at some of the questions there. So if you don't know anyone, but you could get the Master Collection card when you complete 5 of those quests that they mentioned. So I have not taken a look closely, but if that is the case, then I will go for the quest, because that is a free Master Collection card hero, which means a free ultimate form for me. So I hope that's true. But if that is the case, then that is good to know. And we definitely comment in the video below and see that is the case, and also take a look at the network chat. And so we should be able to, so that means I should be able to get the ultimate form if I do the daily quest. That's good. So let's see. And is this a Seahawks cap? Indeed it is. It is a Seahawks cap. Got this a few years ago. I like the color and everything. I there was a time when I needed to get a Santa hat. We were doing some events, and I really like this color. So instead of getting like a regular cap, I just decided to go with this. And like I said, I only get to wear about once a year. So let's see. Would I save my coins to get the next deck? So the question is, if you have 84 coins, should you go ahead and craft this full deck? It always comes down to the question of, like, how badly do you want to do well in the event itself? Now, generally in Slayers, it's hard to do well if you can't kill your own bosses. Like, you can tag all day long, but that is not going to help you go further. It is easier to just tag and do okay in commander events, but in Slayer events, I will say, if you're in the Emperor group and they don't change anything, then you're not going to drop. So for 2 events now in Slayers, they have not done anything with with the Emperor's group, and I'll be okay with that. So like, I haven't really done a lot. So if that's still the case, then I would say if there's no fear for dropping, then I would say wait and see. Like, I never think that using both coins immediately to craft a deck before the event actually starts is necessarily a good idea, especially since there's still the fire one. Now, I think the fire deck is the one where people are saying, hey, like, if you come back from a long time, you'll get a free deck. That is probably the one that you'll want to use your coins for. This particular deck, it's fast. I think it's good. And if you have boosters, you might do really well. But I'm not I'm not sure that this is one that I would like say, hey, use all of your coins right now, because like I said, I don't know what the fire one is going to be like, and so take a look and see how you're doing in the event, what other Light Slayer cards you have, and then try to go from there. And if you're in Paladins right now, then I would say that you should not have a difficult time going back up at least. So there's at least something. And, you know, you could save it. You could simply save it for fire so that way you can do really well for the next Fire Commander event. Now let's take a look here. I don't have enough coins anymore for the water one, but I've been trying to go for my legend card. Right, so if you take a look, I had my fire one already, and my water one. I was trying to upgrade my Ray, my Keta, to 3 stars. Except the problem is I have everything I needed, but I don't have the skull. So I have to wait for the loyalty shop to reset, and I'll be able to purchase the god skull tokens in order to get it. But I'm working towards a 4-star or 3-star, but I think I have all of the requirements for 4-star already. And these legend cards, I have to say, they actually become more useful because of the fact that their damage boost as a leader goes up, right? So at 3 stars, it goes up to 350% damage boost. And at 4 stars, it's 400% damage boost. So I kind of feel like in situations where you don't really have good cards, having these can actually be helpful. I know a lot of people feel like they're not very useful, but I still go for them. So after Keta, then I'm not sure if I'm going to go for Dojin, but I will probably go for Aileen next. So anyways, that's something I can work toward to, you know, between events for sure. All right, so let's see. Dark Wardens, right? Is it going to be a problem? So like, I don't have a good light. I don't think I have a good light dragoon. So let's take a look. If you use the ultimate form, the 2 ultra rare cards, the problem here is still going to be the boost, right? So let's see. What am I looking for? If I look for dragoon. So that's not going to be the type. It's going to be event skill. What light dragoons do I have right now? So, I guess I do. I actually do have this one, the Feather Fiend, which I think I've used. I have not yet ascended it. Okay. I was thinking about it, but I have not yet done it. And I have Gilded Golem. So, like, I would say if you have a good dragoon, you could probably use it against a Dark Warden. Is this actually as is? Is it good enough against dark cards? So let's see. I have a dark team. I have a light team with a dark setup. So let's try and see how it will do if I go up against it. So this is with. Oh, here's the problem, right? I don't have enough in the beginning, so I need a revive. So you need a revive or you need something. So this is not going to work because this is just going to die, right? There's not really enough boost for like a good warden, and this is going to be an issue. So in order for you to be able to do well, you need something that gives you a revive, and something that you could do. Let's see, what can I do with this? If I wanted to set up this one, what's a light revive card? I don't remember besides May. But I guess if I don't have the revive from the light one, I could use. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do something for now. I just want to try something. Let's just go ahead and use this card because I know it gives me... Oh, I guess I get revive also from the Ring Royalty, but I know for sure that I get a revive from Jailer, so let's go ahead and just use that. I'm not using Jailers to help me with anything. I'm just using that for the revive. I just want to see how much I can do in terms of damage output with this kind of setup. So it's just a kind of like a... it's really just a way for me to gauge, like, you know, sort of like a power level here. So let's go ahead and practice against this. And my Dark Warden is it's a 2-star, so it is also have like a very basic Ironclad. And so let's take a look here, right? So I'd expect to but I have poison. So I'm not poison. I have toxin. So I need to also dispel toxin, or I can't activate. So now we're gonna find out, okay, how bad toxin really is. So let's see. So you're the last dark team. Yeah. So the dark team really definitely made it easy to take out the light wardens for sure. Now let's see. So I can hit with Toxin here, and I think, okay, so it's not, at least it's not blocked, right? But I'm not sure that this is quite enough for me to take it out. So let's see, right? So let's see if this alone, I didn't even match enough there. So I suppose it is enough for me to take out my initial defender there, but I'm not sure that this is going to be enough for afterwards. Okay, so, but definitely with the ultimate form in there, just like the sheer number of power gems that you can create, definitely is going to be helpful there. So this is not like the kind of setup that I would go with. Okay, this is just like, you know, just testing out the 1 turn cooldown for the ultimate form for ultra rare card. And I guess you can see here it's not going to be necessarily that great for against a light warden, obviously not. But let's just go ahead and see. I thought that I had already died there, so but I have 5 attack boost on here, right? And I have counter attack, so it is not the type of team right now, not the setup that will definitely kill everything, but at least it was good enough to clear my initial dark defender. But keep in mind, I don't have I don't have a set with the full dark cudgels and everything, so my dark defender isn't necessarily the strongest either. It just, I just kind of threw it in there to try and see if I can prevent dark teams from going through it, but we'll see. Anyways, give it a try and let me know. But I think the 1 turn cooldown definitely makes it a little bit a more enticing deck to use and to play. In my opinion, I don't know that it has any other strengths there. Like, there's nothing hidden, right? Like with this particular deck, I don't see anything hidden necessarily. The only unknown for me is the passive ability of creating power gems from the Master Collection card and from the ultimate form. How much difference it will make. You'll definitely be crushing a lot more, right? But there's no upgrade. Okay, so there's no upgrade ability, and there is no boost. The only boost possibility comes from another older card. But I would say that in terms of the sort of the battle skills that we're looking for, this one has the power gems, but it doesn't have the boost to make it that much stronger. And so if all the bosses are the same level as we've seen, it might actually feel like you need to do more in order to deal enough damage to take the boss down. And so this is why I think it's a good idea to see how others are experiencing with their team against the bosses before deciding to use all of your coins that you saved up for the featured team. For this particular team, like if it's super strong, I think it will be obvious from the start. Right now, I'm not seeing the strength in the deck itself, but I'm seeing the speed. So this is one of those decks where I think you can like quickly hit multiple times to try and take down the boss. But I don't necessarily see this as a team that will gather enough damage on turn 1, for example, to be able to guarantee yourself an MVP, unlike some of the other decks we've seen. Okay, because all of the boosts I see here, I know about, they require you to be hit and you need to wait. So it's at least a 2-3 turn deck if you want to use those older boosts. As a team, as a deck on its own, I feel like it lacks that, right? So it lacks that, burst strength, but it does have the speed for you to quickly continue the attack. So that's my thought, and that's sort of my my opinion on that. Vincent, do I have a video on getting the legends? I did one a while ago. On, the different legends. I focused on Ray at the time. And so you can take a look there. And I'll probably do another one that features the legends once I get my Cadet to 4 stars. And then that way it kind of gives you an idea what they're like. So now we're getting all the different, so Astro Anomalies also is one that has revised the things. I don't think I have that card. And so let's see, Maven is weak compared to other, so it definitely is not the strongest warden there. And so, this, what this deck shows is that it's not going to be strong against weak affinity for sure. I'm not sure that it's going to necessarily be one that you'll want to use. But the speed, and if you have, like I said, if you have a good Dragoon, it might be handy for sure. Okay, 8 Power Gen 6s, 1 turn cooldown is nothing to laugh at for sure. So I'm sure there's going to be a good team out there. Based on what I have right now, I haven't really figured that out. So anyways, that's going to be probably, you know, what I'm going to focus on for this particular preview. Really, the thing I'm most interested in, which is in the newsfeed here, is going to be 2 things. One is possibility of getting the Master Collection card from the rewards, which was mentioned. I think that's going to be really amazing if that is the case. And the second thing is the whole guild, the Snowball bosses, so like the guild quest. I'm really interested about the guild quest, and I want to see what it's going to be like. And so we'll find out when the event starts. So thanks for joining me, everybody. Let me know if you have questions, but so far for me, I think that this is a fun deck to use, not necessarily one to use all of your coins for, but definitely if you already got one of the 2, then I think it is okay to use your 42 coins for it. But if you have 84, you have an opportunity to get a full deck. I would say still wait. I would say still wait until at least the event starts. And if you really, really like the mechanics, then go for it. Otherwise, it's safe to say wait for the fire one and then decide at that point. And so that is going to be it for me. I will try and see if I can get an update on the guild quest after this, just because this is something that's new. So I'll try and find more information about it, and then I'll post something as I find time. But it is coming up on the Christmas holiday, so I can't guarantee that it's going to be something I'll get early, but I'll do my best. And so thank you very much for your time, everybody. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope you have a wonderful holiday and good family time. And I will see you after the Christmas break. And I'll join you for the next preview, which is going to be a Fire Commander deck. All right? Take care, everybody.